Shalom to the nation of Israel. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach in their rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. I'm the brother Shaquat Gabar from the Great Millstone, South Carolina, Midlands branch, coming at you with another lesson. And right before I get into this lesson, this message or these videos goes out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. And also to the Israelite foreigners that scattered amongst the heathen nations and that may take on the physical appearance or look of another nation. But if your bloodline goes back to Negro, Latino, or Native American descent by the seed of your father, you are considered an Israelite as well. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to get into a quick lesson. As you can see, I have Zechariah chapter 12, starting at verse 7. Okay, to kick the lesson off. Basically, this topic is going to be about the return or the rebuilding of the house of David. Okay, and if you are following the men of Great Millstone when it comes to the teaching of the doctrine or the word, okay, or Yahweh Shai Shai, okay, but if you are new, okay, following, okay, the men of Great Millstone, okay, we teach, and as I say, according to the spirit and the doctrine of Yahweh Shai Shai, when it comes to the house of David, it also represent, okay, another way saying the elect, okay, when it comes to the elect of the nation of Israel, which we're considered the 144,000 and the 1/3 that's destined to be saved, that's a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent, okay, at this time, okay, because we're about to approach the time of who the world called Christ, okay, which his name is Yahweh Shai in the Hebrew, meaning he is the deliverer, okay. We're approaching the time of Yahweh Shai's second coming, okay, as we're about to witness the coming of Jacob trouble, Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 7, okay, the downfall. When I say Jacob trouble, going into Jacob, when it comes to you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, because out of that, those times of trials and tribulations, only the elect is going to be delivered, okay, because according to Zechariah chapter 13 verse 8, 2/3 of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is going to be cut off and judged, okay, and we're about to witness the coming downfall of the biblical Edomites, okay, which are the so-called white race, mainly these elites that's in power, on down to the average American Edomite, okay, here in America, okay, as we're about to witness this place destruction, as is prophesied in the scriptures, because ultimately this place, America, going to be destroyed by the way of thermonuclear fire at the peak of the Third World War. Also, the second coming of Yahweh Shai, when Yahweh Shai returned with the hosts of angels, what the world called, by the way of the chariots, what the world called UFOs, which are the vehicles of the angels, and also the salvation of the elect, okay, at that time, okay. But prior to that, okay, this place America and our people and these heathens that here in America and those that's outside of the elect, okay, even though the elect is going to be here during the time of Jacob's trouble, but he's going to be saved, they're going to be saved out of it, okay, when it comes to the elect men, women, and children, okay. Hey, but now we about to witness a financial crash, okay, the economy collapse, okay, the time of civil unrest, the time of martial law, the implementation of the RFID micro, which is known as the mark of the beast, according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, okay, like I say, civil unrest, uproars of the people, famine, pestilence, okay, and ultimately the destruction of this place by the way of the missiles and the chariots bringing fire, okay. But during that time, okay, the Lord is going to cover the elect. And like I say, another way saying the elect is the house of David. Okay, and we know eventually David as well is going to be appointed to be king under Yahweh Shai. Okay, and that's the order. Okay, it's Yahweh Shai. Okay, David. Okay, to be the king over Israel. Okay, and the rest the elect. Okay, when it comes to the 144,000 and the 1/3. And the Lord is building up the house of David at this time by the way of the word. Okay, that's why you're seeing the prophets out there on the highways and byways. Okay, in particular, the men of Great Millstone and the brethren on down that's truly pushing the word of Yahweh Shai Shai. Okay, because you got Israelite camps out there besides Great Millstone that's out there teaching, but a lot of them are teaching, okay, false doctrines, although they push Israel. Okay, a lot of them is all in it for monetary gain, okay, for fame, okay, to be seen of men, okay, but ultimately the elect is going to hear his word and to be gathered, and that's what the Lord is doing, rebuilding the house of David. And I say rebuilding because we know about, the history of David, okay, with, when it came to King Saul, okay, being the king over Israel, then he was rejected, that David became the king of Israel, okay, that we know about the history of Solomon, okay, then, then the split came after Solomon, okay, between the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. I think that's what Second Kings chapter 10 going to that by Jeroboam and Rehoboam, okay, splitting the kingdoms, okay, and we know about, ever since then the nation of Israel as a whole, okay, went into different various captivities even on until this day. But now we're waking back up to our true nationality, when it comes to the truth. And the rebuild, okay, of the house of David started during the time of the 1969 with Abba Bibbins, High Priest Abba Bibbins, okay, which we believe, okay, which is reincarnation, because the scriptures speak of reincarnation, and we teach reincarnation. Okay, so going into Abba Bibbins being John the Baptist returning, Elijah returning in his lot to bring forth this truth, okay, to teach. And we know about the time of the history of One West that our apostles here at Great Millstone go into, okay, when they've been at the time of One West under the king himself, King Masha, okay, which they believe that King Masha, okay, was King David in reincarnation, okay, and we believe that as well. And if you are the hopeful elect, okay, knowing that the elect is of the house of David, and you're gonna believe that, man, okay. But we know about the time of One West, the understudy, Abba Bibbins, okay, like I say, start with King Marshall, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaquab, okay, and the rest of the men that came up under Abba Bibbins, or during the time of One West, okay, and during the time also where our apostles, okay, learn from and extended out of, okay, when it comes to elder apostle Tahar, okay, elder apostle Gabar, okay, elder apostle Rakar, okay, elder apostle Ramlab, and the rest of the bishops from Connecticut coming up under them, okay. Then you have brothers enter into their labors, okay, when it comes to the men of Great Millstone. Like I say, in the other camps too, as well, that went back to the One West, okay, starting with their heads such as Bishop Nathaniel, okay, from IUIC, okay, even though he teach Israel, but he teach a lot of false doctrines amongst, okay, their congregation, okay, a General Yohana from ISUPK, okay, Zabak, I believe, from HOI, okay, the House of David, starting with Elder Barak, okay, and Elder Bayunyam, okay, men that came up under, okay, Elder Apostle Tahar and did the labor during the time of One West. Okay, but still to this day, you got Israelite camps expanding. Okay, and not all the Israelite camps that's teaching and Israelites waking up. Okay, the Lord is going to gather the elect, which is another way of saying the house of David. Okay, and so that's what we're seeing when it comes to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans gathering together. Okay, through this word, by the way of the ministry. Okay, on the highways and byways, and this word being established as well by the way of the internet. Okay, and also Israelite foreigners. Okay, that may look like other nations. Okay, but if their bloodline is of so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent by the seed of their father, once again, they're considered Israelite as well. Okay, and those that's of the elect that come into this truth, they are a part of the house of David. Okay, and eventually when Yahushua return to gather the elect by the way of the chariots, okay, all is going to be changed. Okay, us are the hopeful elect. Okay, all is going to get our original look. Okay, as Israelites. Okay, and I'll say this too, because recently, or lately, you brothers, been looking into that series on Prime Video, called The House of David. Okay, and we know, hey, because I watch a couple of episodes. Okay, to see how how it plays out, and like I say, brothers been making mention of it when it come to certain videos that get a commentary on it. And of course, they gotta, when it comes to these Edomites, okay, amongst the Hollywood directors or producers that put that show together, okay, once again, first of all, they already got the faces of, okay, that casting, okay, to be, more to appear to be white, okay, Arabs, okay, in the show, okay, they, add and take away from the scriptures, okay, or during the time of David and his men, okay, and Saul, okay. You know how Hollywood get down, okay, teaching a lot of, fabrication, or showing a lot of fabrication and lies and deceivingness, okay, but it's a pretty good series here and there, when you look at it, if you want to check it out, okay, but study and go into the scriptures, you can see where they go off at, okay. Hey, but the point of this lesson is that Yahweh Shema Shai is raising up, okay, the house of David, okay, when it comes to the true Israelites, okay, when it comes to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, because David himself, from the tribe of Judah, okay, will be a so-called Negro today, okay, which the so-called Negroes are the head tribe today, okay, once again, Judah, okay, and Saul being from the tribe of Benjamin, okay, which the Benjamites, Benjaminites, or Benjamin, okay, or the Benjamites are so-called West Indians, okay, or the Jamaicans today, okay, and we know about Levi, okay, they are the Haitians today as well. Then you have the rest of the tribe that make up Hispanic, Latino, and Native American descent, okay, which as a whole is the nation of Israel. But once again, the Lord is dealing only with the house of David at this time, okay, which is the elect, okay, because like I say, 2/3 of our people, they're going to be judged, and they're going to have to come back in the kingdom, being the sons and daughters of the elect, okay. And just as you have the house of David here today, and you have the house of Saul, because once again, everything is reincarnated, okay. And majority of these false prophets amongst Israel, and most likely they are the house of Saul, man, okay, because they're not the elect. And we know about the friction between David and Saul, okay. But the Lord was with David, okay, even though David had his time of transgressing the laws, okay, but the Lord still chose David, okay, and that bloodline, okay, David, Solomon, okay, and we know that Solomon is Yahushua in reincarnation, okay. Hey, so when it comes to this understanding, okay, us are the hopeful elect, okay, we have through the Spirit, and the teaching that Yahweh Shai gave us through the men of the Lord, okay, to know the times that we in and know who salvation is for, and know that eventually the Lord is raising up the house of David, man. Okay, the elect. So let me start off with Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7. Okay, to say all that, get to the point now. Okay. And, excuse me if I'm, rambling. Okay, but you had to go through the brief history and to the, to come to the appointed time of prophecy where we at now. Okay. This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first. Okay. And that's going into the so-called Negroes. Okay. Like I say, that started with Abba Bibbins during the time of also as One West. Okay. Cain Marshall, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yahquab. Okay. Elder High Priest, Shaw, that our apostles and elders always mention, or their elders and their teachers. Okay. And our apostles and elders that came from One West. Okay. And like I say, and other individuals, okay, that stand out of One West. Okay. And now to this time that you seen Israel through the ministry, this word being teach is increasing. Okay. And ultimately the house of David being delivered. Okay. The elect. And it says, the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. Okay, you see that, especially during the time of the 70s. Okay, that was mainly during the time of coming in the time of segregation and the civil rights movement. Okay, pro-black. Okay, which we're not black. Okay, but you had movements as, like I say, the civil rights movements. Okay, Islam. Okay, Black Panthers. Okay, you had proactive movements. Okay, but you ain't gonna hear about during the time of High Priest Abba Bibbins. Okay, and the men that came up under him teaching Israel. Okay, yeah, but now we're hearing about it. Okay, ever since mainly 2007, when our apostles and elders started uploading videos on YouTube. Okay, and you had other Israelites as well uploading videos at that time. Okay, but fast forward to now here in 2025, look at the influx or the increase of Israelites awakening, okay, by the way of this word, man, and through the videos, man. Okay, so you're seeing all the tribes waking up. And it says that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. Because like I say, Judah is the head tribe. Okay, starting with ultimately Yahweh Shai and David. Okay. And it says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. And we seeing that now. Okay, the Lord raising up the house of David. And we know that when it comes to the house of David, okay, the men that was up under David, okay, were mighty men. Okay, David himself being a mighty man. Okay, and his warriors. Okay, of course, he had his prophets, his counselors. Okay, all that, when it comes to monetary or modern day term government. Okay, and so those same individuals that was with David back then are here today. Okay, being reawakening once again, reincarnation, and ultimately to be saved. Okay, to be delivered. Okay, and you have some certain members of the house of David or the elect that's in the spiritual realm right now. Okay, such as Cain Marshall. Okay, because he wasn't his truth. Well, he started, teaching at a young age, but he grew old, eventually passed. And certain other men, okay, that labor with him, okay, and the other men that labor in his faith, okay, and that passed, that's now in the spiritual realm, okay, but they're gonna be the first ones risen up when Yahweh shall return to gather the rest of the elect, okay. And at this time, you're gonna have certain elect members that's gonna be martyrs in the faith, okay. That's not, that's not going to take that MOTB, according to Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. Okay, and those that perish in the Lord, they're going to be the first ones risen up when Yahweh shall return to gather the rest of the elect that remain. Okay, and ultimately the Lord, like I say, rebuilding the house of David, and we're going to be mighty once again. Okay, because we felt from our heritage as being mighty men. Okay, that being noble men. Okay, of Israel. okay? Our women, okay, known to be princesses, okay? And now as we under these curses, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 16 through 68, okay? But now the Lord is at the point to liberate us, starting with this truth, okay, us waking up. And physically, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to raise us up, man, okay? In the times that we're coming into now, and also when the kingdom is established, okay? When it comes to the house of David or the elect, okay? Which is the kingdom of ultimately Yahweh Shai. And it says, among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as a God of power, as the angel of the Lord before them. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And you can read Psalms the 83rd chapter, going into these heathen nations, being our enemies. Start with Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, okay? Not only the so-called white race, okay, but the Arabs, the original Africans, which are Hamites, okay? The Chinese, the Japanese, okay? The sons of Japheth, okay? The Hawaiians, Samoans, okay? The East Indians, okay? All these heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel, okay? They're going into captivity ultimately, okay? After the destruction of America. And our kingdom is established here on the earth, okay? In the land of Israel, okay? Because which, by the way, the land of Israel is going to be destroyed by fire. They be cleansed because the people that's over there are not the original inheritors, okay? They're phonies that go back to Esau, Edom, in particular, Amalek, okay? The chiefly rulers of Esau, Edom. So that land going to be cleansed. And once the fire and smoke dies down, okay, in the land of Israel, the Lord going to descend the elect back here on the earth, okay, from out of the chariots, according to Revelation chapter 21, verse 1, okay, and the elect is going to take over, okay, i.e., the house of David, okay. The first thing that the elect is going to do, or the house of David is going to do, okay, is gather up all the heathen nations that remain, okay, that escape the nuclear destruction, and they're going to go into captivity, starting with the elites of Esau, Edom, and these elites going to be in their retreats, okay, just to be reserved for captivity, okay, for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000-year period, okay, the only nation that's going to be done away with is the biblical Edomites, okay. But once the kingdom is established, David is going to be part of that, okay. And it says right along with the rest of the house of David, okay, the elect. And I'm on verse 10, and it says, "And I will pour upon the house of David and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplication." Okay, the elect. Okay, and Yahweh shall have done that. Okay, being a sacrificial lamb, ultimately for the whole nation of Israel. Okay, but starting with the elect. Okay, and it says, "And they shall look upon me whom they have pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourn for his only son." And that's going into Yahweh Shai. Okay, going to the cross. Okay, and dying on the cross, and was resurrected after 3 days. Okay, and then he went back into the spiritual realm. You can read that in Acts, the 1st chapter, that he went back into the spiritual realm by the way of the chariot that received him. Okay, and now he's about to come back in a like manner with the chariots at this time to deliver the elect, okay, and establish the kingdom. And it says, "And they shall mourn for him as one mourn for his only son, and shall be in bitterness for him as one that is in bitterness for his firstborn." Okay, so that represents Yahweh Shai. Okay, so Yahweh Shai is coming back to gather the house of David, man. Okay, hold on, give me a minute. And so, like I'm saying, the Lord Yahweh Shai is coming back to gather the house of David. Okay, once again, the elect. Let's get this. Just get Psalms 122, okay, verse 4. And it says, "Whether the tribes," let me see. Matter of fact, I'm going to start off at verse 1. And it says, "A song of the decrees of David. I was glad when they say unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, our feet shall stand within thy gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built as a city that is compact together. And the Lord is doing that now, okay, by the way of the elect. Okay, 12 tribes of the nation of Israel waking up. Okay, because when you look into Revelation chapter 7, okay, and Revelation chapter 14, it give you the body government, once again, the house of David, another way saying the elect, or the tribes. Okay, the 144,000. 12,000 men out of each 12 tribe of the nation of Israel. Then you have the 1/3 of men, women, and children, which are Israelites, okay, to make up the whole of the 1/3. Okay, but it starts with the 144,000. And it says, whether the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, to give thanks unto the name of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, for there are seat thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Okay, so once again, man, that's the elect. Okay, hey, this is scripture right here to prove also that, like I say, those phonies over there in the land of Israel are not the original inheritors. Okay, because they don't go into the house of David. Okay, and if they're the Lord chosen people, hey, ever since 1948, okay, they say they went back and established the land. Okay, but they only speak of 3 tribes. Okay, mainly calling themselves, Judah. Okay, that's where you get the term, where you have the term, the JEW. Okay, which that term go back to the time of the Babylonians. Okay, calling Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Jews. Okay, but you got Esau, Edom at this time took on that nationality. Okay, which is false. Okay, which they are frauds, man. Okay, hey, but ever since they've been in that land. Okay, hey, where's Yahushua? Okay, or who the world called Christ? Because Yahushua, we're going to be the one that established us back in the land. Okay, not by no piece of paper. Okay, and where's the 12 gates? Okay, when it comes to Revelation chapter 20 and 21. Okay, that's going to be established. Okay, hey, where's David himself? Okay, hey, where do the law, statute, commandments not going forth out of the land of Israel right now under those phonies? Okay, hey, where the rest of the tribes? Because they primarily say they ain't nothing but 3 tribes. Okay, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay, now when Israel, when the kingdom is established, all 12 tribes are going to be there. Okay, so let me continue on. It says, whether the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord, unto the testimony of Israel, and we have that. Okay, us that's have been called to hopefully be chosen. Okay, of the elect, we have the testimony when it comes to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and understanding of the doctrine or the understanding of the Bible. Okay, the history. Okay, and the prophecies. Okay, the kingdom, how everything the kingdom gonna plan out. Okay, hey, we know the history of these heathens, the exposure of these heathens, starting with Esau, Edom. Okay, so we have the testimonies, okay, which is written in these scriptures. And it says, for there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Okay. And so we coming in those times now. And it says, pray for peace of Jerusalem, they shall prosper that love thee. Okay, yeah, ain't no peace in the land of Israel now. Because ever since those phonies got over there, it have nothing but been war. Okay, to the point now, we on the verge of that place being destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Okay, at the peak of the Third World War. Okay, mainly by Russia. Okay, that's going to play a role into it. Okay, Iran. Okay, as we seen, the attempts, okay, back and forth with Israel and Iran, and America supporting Israel. Okay, because lately you hearing Trump talking about how he ready to go to war against Iran. Okay, all that's biblical prophecy, which is going to lead to America destruction and the land of Israel. Okay, but the difference between the two, America never going to be built again by nations. Okay, it's going to become a desert. But the land of Israel going to be built back up by the rightful owners, us. Okay, the Israelites, man, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay, starting with Yahushua and also, once again, King David. Okay, And that's when it's going to be peace, man. Okay. And we're going to have full power. Okay. And it says, peace be within thy walls and prosperity within thy palaces. For my brethren, companion's sake, I will now say, peace be within thee, because of the house of the Lord, our power, I will seek thy good. And that's what we're doing. Okay, so the hopeful elect. Okay, to be part of the house of David eventually. Okay, and that's when we're going to find real peace. Okay, prosperity. Okay, because we're going to rule and have control over all things, man. Okay, the resources of the earth, the elements of the earth. Okay, because we're going to have spiritual power. Okay, we're going to be immortal. Okay, because once we come out of those chariots, okay, us of the hopeful elect, okay, we're going to, like I said, we're going to be changed, but we're going to be changed into immortality. Okay, hey, the law, statutes, commandments in our inward parts, which representing the new covenant, and the covenant is only given to the Israelites. Okay, the old and the new. Okay, for you Christians out there believing that all nations can be saved, that salvation is open up to all nations. Okay, now salvation is open up to Israelites. Okay, and those that's amongst the heathen nations. Okay, but only Israel, and at this time the elect. Okay, once again, the house of David. No, that's it on that. Let's get this. This is Isaiah chapter 22, verse 21. And it says, and I will clothe him with thy robe, and strengthen him with thy girdle, and I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. And that start with ultimately Yahushua. And like I say, and David being up under Yahushua in his stead, in his lot, to be king over Israel. Okay. And it says, verse 22, and the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder, so he shall open and none shall shut, and he shall shut and none shall open. And that's starting with Yahushua. Okay. Like just as David have the key, okay, which represent this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to be anointed and to be lauded, to be of the elect, okay, to be king, okay, under Yahushua, over the elect, okay, us that's in the faith, Lord willing, we are of the house of David, okay, we have the key, start with this truth, okay, and to be joint heirs, okay, eventually when Yahushua return, to gather the elect, okay, and to say this as well, once again, reincarnation, because when Yahushua doing his ministry, the head disciple or apostle that he anointed, okay, or allotted to be over the 12 was Peter, okay, and Peter was King David in his past life as well, okay, reincarnation, okay, for those that can receive it, okay, and that's why Peter came back in his lot to be over the 12, okay, and the rest of the nation of Israel back then that believed that Yahushua appointed him to be, okay, because he was King David in his past life, okay, and so let me get this. But it's all about the house of David, as the Lord about to raise up the elect. Let's get this. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 69. I started at 68. It says, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. And the Lord doing that now by the way of his word. And Israel waking up and returning, repenting. Okay. Okay. Ultimately the elect. Okay. And eventually Yahushua redeeming the elect. And he have raised up a horn of salvation. Okay. Horn representing power in the scriptures. Okay. And he have raised up a power or horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Okay. So once again, the elect. Okay. Which is known as the house of David. Okay. Yeah, the elect is also known as the first fruits. Okay. But I want to focus on the house of David. Let's get this. This is Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach, chapter 48. Okay. In the Apothecary. Okay. Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach chapter 48, verse 15. For all this people repented not, neither departed there from their sins till they were spoiled and carried out of their land. Okay, and eventually that will happen to us as a whole. Okay, we got scattered from out our land. Okay, to the point you got these phonies and these heathens over there ruling it. Okay, or occupying it. Okay, and we've been scattered throughout all nations. Okay, in particular here in America, because this is where the main salvation is going to take place. Okay, which this place of America is our captivity, and this is mainly where the truth is expounded out of. Okay, and it says we're scattered through all the earth, and we're scattered through all the earth. Yet there remain a small people and a ruler in the house of David, and that's the elect. Okay, when it comes to that small quantity and quality, okay, of the elect, that remnant, okay, here in America, and where the Lord has scattered the nation of Israel worldwide. Yeah, because when you read into the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, verses 29 through 31, the Lord said that he's going to send forth his angels to gather the elect from the four corners, okay, meaning where the elect is scattered worldwide amongst these heathen nations, okay, to be redeemed for salvation. Let me get this. This is Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Therefore thus say the Lord, power Yahweh Shemel Shai, although I had cast them far off among the heathen, and although I had scattered them among the countries, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. And therefore thus say the Lord, power, I will gather you from the people and assemble you out of the countries where ye have been scattered, and I will give you the land of Israel. Okay, and the Lord going to do that. Okay, the Heavenly Father, when he do that, okay, when he established that, as we're approaching those times, when he sent his son, Yahweh Shai, to make his second coming to redeem the nation of Israel, okay, of the elect, okay, by the way of the chariots, and eventually the kingdom being established in Israel. But the point I want to get is that little sanctuary representing, okay, the elect that has been scattered and to ultimately to be gathered, okay, when it comes to the house of David. Let me see. Now I get this and I'll get ready to close. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 21. And I say unto them, thus say the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen. Just as we read in Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 16. Okay. And it says, and I say unto them, thus say the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they shall be gone, and I will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, okay, representing the government. Okay, mountains also represent the government. Okay, in this case, the government of Yahweh Shemel Shai, which is the house of David. Okay, the starting with, also known as the elect. Okay, and it says, and one king shall be king to them all, and there shall be no more two nations, neither shall there be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. And once again, I'll tell you about the split when it comes to Rehoboam, Jeroboam. Okay, you can read about that in 2 Kings chapter 10, verse 29. Okay, in a little bit ahead or before that, to get into more and more of the details how the kingdom split. Okay, and still, it came a time that we split. Okay, when it came to the northern kingdom, went into captivity up under the Assyrians. Okay, and eventually the northern kingdom left the Assyrian captivity to come over here to the Americas. Okay, Second Esdras, the 13th chapter, starting at verse 39, goes into that. Okay, then the point of time, the enslavement of the Negro, Latino, Hispanics, and Native Americans by the hands of Esau, Edom over here in this time. We know about the Atlantic slave trade. Okay, the enslavement of the indigenous people of this land. Okay, it's still to this day we in captivity up under Esau, Edom. But the difference now, okay, that we're waking up as a whole, okay, when it comes to the elect, that we're Israelites. Okay, so we coming to the time now. The Lord is gathering the elect, and ain't gonna be no more division. Okay, and it says, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. Okay, ultimately when Yahushua redeemed the elect. Okay, and then start with his word. Neither shall they defile themselves anymore with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgression. But I will save them out of all their dwelling place wherein they have sinned, and I will cleanse them, so shall they be my people, and I will be their power. And ultimately, that's going to take place when Yahushua redeemed the elect in the new covenant. Okay, be placed. Okay, in our inward parts. Okay, and it says, and David my servant. Okay, here's the point. And David my servant shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. Okay, and that's up under Yahushua. Okay, because you might have Old Testament only Israelites. Okay, or Old Testament only believers saying that there's no reason to worship Yahushua, or who the world called Christ doesn't exist. Okay, and we looking for David. Okay, to come back and save us. You got Israelites saying that the Lord about to raise up David in this time, and Israelites out there saying that they're King David. Okay, you got about 100 King Davids. Okay, but the Lord says it's going to be one. Okay, and once again, as I said earlier, we believe that it's King Marshall. Okay, during the time of One West. Okay, and that's through faith. Okay, which I believe. Okay, and I believe other certain brothers, as we learn from our apostles and elders, and it only makes sense. Okay, but once again, that's what the Lord going to give unto the elect. Okay, and that's the number that we're striving to be part of, man. Okay, the insight. Okay, when it comes to knowing this truth. Okay, and knowing the will of the Lord. And it says, and David my servant shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgment, and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given to Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelled, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children forever. Hey, so that show you right there, reincarnation. Because like I say, when the Lord set up the house of David, starting with, once again, the elect, the 2/3 of our people that perish on this side or in this lifetime, they're going to come back in the kingdom, being the sons and daughters of the elect. And as a whole, okay, that's how Israel going to inherit the kingdom. Okay, but starting with the elect. Okay, so it says, even their children and their children's children forever. And our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. Okay, therefore what? And my servant David shall be their prince forever. So David's going to be the king over Israel forever. As I say, we're going to be immortals. Okay, we're going to be gods here on the earth, man. Okay, which the word Israel in the Hebrew, Yasharallah, means he prince of God, or he prince of power. And we're going to have that full power forever. Okay, immortal. Okay, starting with Yahushua. And once again, David, okay, anointed to be king over all Israel. Okay, starting with the house of David. Okay, the elect. And it says, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. Okay, so that's the times that we're coming into, and it's starting now. Okay, what it had been start, but it coming to the point of the Lord about to receive and seal and finish, sealing the elect. Okay, once again, rebuilding the house of David. Okay, and we at the point of Yahushua come back to deliver, okay, the elect, the house of David, and to establish it. Okay, once the kingdom, okay, is full and in its full power. Okay, but right now we're at the gathering stage. Okay, as we're about to enter into Jacob's trouble. Okay, and eventually being delivered. Okay, so the hopeful elect when Yahushua return. Okay, and the kingdom being established, man. Okay, once again, which is the kingdom of Yahushua, and as well the house of David, and David himself ruling. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that the lesson will edify. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.